Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? You were really early tonight, Emily. Good to see you, love. Hi, crazy old lady. Hi, CE. Well, I'm glad that you're here, and I hope you're able to stay awake for some of the fun. If not, though, I completely understand. Hello, Tammy. Hi, Rocky Lennon. Thank you so much for reminding everybody. Y'all are welcome to take a nap, go to sleep, whatever you gotta do. Just please hit the like button first. Hi, Shane. Good to have you, honey. Oh my goodness. You guys, I had so much fun last night. I appreciate everyone that came out. I got a bunch of texts today with everybody saying that they had a blast. And I was so worried. I was absolutely worried because I didn't have any, super explosive special court docket that, I just had chill Clallam County. And I came on with just me. And then you guys joined in, and of course Palmy joined in, which we haven't seen him for so long, and it was just so special. It meant a lot to me, and it was such a great time. Hi, Tiana Miller. Hello, Catherine Gaston. Thank you. See? And I was so worried. I was like, oh my gosh. And I spent, I can't even remember how many hours trying to find something, super exciting in Clallam County. Because I know Patrick B wanted Clallam County so bad. And the best I could really do was getting stuck in some guy's pocket for the whole night and him occasionally taking us out of his pocket to check on it. And I think, y'all, we need to make a GoFundMe for that poor guy, because his clothing was so thin that we could see the road and the construction zone through his clothing while we were in his pocket. We need a GoFundMe to get that man some new clothes. I'm sorry. Hi, Foxtrot. Here we go. I don't know what BIF is. Maybe I had them. Maybe we called it something different. It wouldn't have been in the 80s for me because I was born then. Nah. No, not really. I still don't know if it's real. It doesn't feel real every day. It's seriously just the thought that I have so many people that love me and show up for me, and So many of you have been so generous to me and my daughter and the animals. And you guys show me more love than I've experienced in my entire life. And some days it just doesn't feel real. You spend so much of your life. I was talking to Emily about this earlier. I've spent so much of my life feeling like people didn't really like me. They just tolerated me. To go from that to an environment where I feel so overwhelmingly loved is crazy. It's such a transition. You know, and we have nights I've seen up to 100 people in here. And just the thought that 100 people are watching and a lot of them are enjoying and having a good time. And you guys are also great with each other in the chat. Always so welcoming and compassionate and truly the best of humanity. And it just, I could never have asked for how great this channel is. I could never have planned this. This definitely isn't what I did plan. Like I've told you 100 times that this was supposed to be a redneck build channel. I was supposed to build things out of pallets and scrap wood and show people how to do, DIY crafts and flower beds and stuff like that. Gardening, a real redneck kind of channel. And that's what it would be if I hadn't gotten into the car accident. But the car accident put me at ground level where I had to figure out new ways to be happy, new ways to spend my time, and every new hobby, I had to start over. But this has been just the greatest blessing ever. It really has. This channel, you people have been the greatest blessing to my life ever, beyond my daughter and my pets. I don't know what that means. Day off. Never heard of it. No. No, I don't plan days off. I take a day off when I'm trying to edit and I can't stay awake. That's when I know I can't stream that night because I end up not being able to make any content because my head keeps hitting the desk. Which, speaking of which, poor Tammy. God bless her. So last night, I was so tired. I hadn't eaten anything for 15, 16 hours because I burned my pizza and then Walmart never brought my grocery order. And so I had nothing to eat. And so I had to take my medication without anything. And it hit hard. And you get where you're so overtired that I guess you're delirious or whatever I was. And and she calls me. I didn't realize I was not muted. And she's like, honey, you're sleeping. And I'm like, I'm awake. I'm awake. And I kind of giggled at her. And she's like, you realize that we're live? And I'm like, no, I'm awake. It's okay. I love you. I wasn't. I was lying. And then so I just finished out whatever hearing they were on. And I could not even keep my eyes open to explain that I was tired and needed to go to bed because it was after 2 a.m. I was so asleep. Oh, that didn't happen in the 80s. That happens every day, everywhere. Oh my goodness. Yeah, right? We'll put those right next to unicorns and leprechauns. I know, that sucks. I did figure out how to hit the like button from the TV though. Um I learned that, and then I started, because this was when I was watching Law Talk with Mike before I ever became a YouTuber. So I would always, on my remote, if you hit up, then it would bring up the options and stuff, and if you then can push over to the thumbs up or thumbs down, and push on the thumb. And I even found a way that you can push it so that the chat shows up on the side. And so I did that for a while so that I could read the whole chat on my TV. But then I ended up just ultimately I would stream it on my TV and have my phone, with me for the chat. And then I would just stop paying attention to the TV altogether and just talk in the chat. So I guess, how this channel is shouldn't surprise me any. Oh no, it wasn't 3 minutes. It was an hour. It took an hour. A blowtorch probably would have worked faster. You're right, though. Yeah, I know, honey. Thank goodness I have you, though. I didn't even have my phone. My ringer wasn't even on. I'm surprised I heard the vibrate. And I was like, what is she calling me for? I'm not sleeping. I was delusional. I was lying to myself. Hi, Ruth Ward. Good morning. Happy to have you here. Okay. I know I did get into it. I don't know how well I did. I think that was while I was really super tired. I did put up the poll in the community section for everybody to vote what time movies would be best for them. And even, you can comment if it's something you're even interested in or not interested in. Since the channel's inception, we've done movies in Discord. And you can just come chat, hang out. There's a pre-chat before the movie. Nobody has to have their cameras on if they don't want to. And it's just another place of the channel that all of us friends can be. And if If you're lonely, you can pop into the Discord. There's always someone in there in some aspect or another. But then we have these special events of movie times where there's a suggestions thread where you can put in what, your movie suggestion. And Emily and Philip and Tammy, they work really hard to rotate through that so everybody gets a fair turn on what's watched, and you get a really good variety. And they always put up a notice of what time, when the event's going to be. And then, you just get together and watch a movie together. And we've got access to a lot of different streaming services. So there's, if it's something that you've wanted to see, but like, for instance, let's say there's a show that you really wanted to watch, but you don't have Paramount Plus. Talk to us about it. I have Paramount Plus. Also have Disney Plus and Hulu. I think there's commercials on my Disney Plus and Hulu, but we can get past that. I'm sure if it's something you really want to watch, you'll suffer through commercials, right? But we've got access to Netflix. There's movies all over the place. And, it's just something, we want more involvement. We want more people to be able to, come and hang out. So, I don't know, Emily, if there's more stuff that I have forgotten to mention, please type it out in the chat. Just say something. They always do this. They're like, can you talk about such and such? And I'm like, okay, I'm great at improv. I'm not. Hi, Ardo Risanen. Cool. That is neat. Thank you for saying that. Now everybody will get a chance to go check it out if that's their thing. Every night's a night of fun. And then there's people like Salty Buddha, and it's his morning of fun. Hi, Salty Buddha. Thank you, Ardo. Oh, okay. There we go. I forgot that part. I love Jeff Dunham. I do. I love Walter. Of course, crabby old man. My favorite character. Go figure. Jalapeno on a stick. Oh, yeah, he's one of my favorites. And, the whole life story of that guy is just amazing. Like, he he knew he couldn't afford professional photos when he was younger, and he's done ventriloquism practically all of his life. So when he was in like elementary school and in like as he grew throughout the years into middle school, into high school, every year he always took his ventriloquist dummy with him for school photos. And then, he would use his school photo as his professional photo, his headshot, basically. I think that's the sweetest, cutest thing. I love that ventriloquism kind of made a little bit of a comeback from Jeff Dunham. I think sparked a lot of it. And there was that girl that won I think it was America's Got Talent, AGT, was it? With singing with her ventriloquist dummies. Oh, she was so cute. And she sang better with her, as her characters than some of the contestants sang in real life. There we go. She's got the hookup. What are you doing, baby boy? Grandbaby boy. Whoa. Okay, I guess someone was waiting for me to move. Hi. Hello. Were you feeling left out? And I just leaned back at the right time and you snatched your opportunity. Oh my gosh. Here's your baby, everybody. Here's your baby. Hi, Tedeschi Dom. Yup. I didn't realize she was in the background. I was here just chatting away. Senior Hef. I love that. Yep. Jeffa. You got to come around the other way so the chat can see. Oh, you're going to go right in the bag. She just stole one right out of the bag, the little thief. The little thief. Oh my gosh. She had so much fun playing in the snow today. It's up. It's up on the desk. I learned my lesson. Crunch right in my face. Thank you. This is all you got left is these chicken biscuits. All of your bacon and pepperoni sticks is gone. There's nothing else in here. Hold up. There's a tiny little piece of pepperoni stick. There you go, good girl. Yeah, she was, do you mind? Do you mind? Wait. You have the prettiest eyes. Yeah, we were outside and she walked down the ramp and came back up. Stop. Wait. Hey. Wait. Came back up the ramp and smelled every one of her paw prints in the snow. Like it was new information. And then she just started licking the snow. It was all white. Don't worry, not the yellow stuff. And she just had tons of fun with flakes all over her. What? Oh, pets time now. Now we've completed the biscuits time and now it's pets time. If I stop pets, what happens? What happens when I stop pets? Oh, your palms are watching and listening. I'll try not to say the TREAT word too much. What's up, baby girl? I know, it's second dinner. I know. Yeah, that was, that's why I don't like her on the inside like she is. That's why I have her on the outside like hanging over, because on the inside when she drops down, like she could potentially land on my foot, and that's what happened. But okay, fine, one more. You're too darn cute. She got brain freeze from the snow her first winter. Ava, say you're sorry. Say you're sorry to everybody. She went to go get another treat from the bag, and she hit the eject button. But no, she got brain freeze from her first winter, and it never unfroze. Hi. Yeah, you didn't like me making fun of you? No, those are cat treats. Those are not Ava treats. I know maybe they smell better, or but see, I'd have to give you the entire bag before you'd be full. Well, last night I had blackened pizza. Tonight I have blackened screen. Is it really? Is that the third night in the row of the eject button? I don't doubt it. I know that the sneaky little turd. All right. We're all done. We're all done with treats. I'm going to put them back in the drawer. Don't give me that look. Don't give me that look. That's what it is too. That's exactly what it is, because she knows someday it's gonna be her channel. I broke down. And I got crunchy and creamy salmon, and then they didn't have a little thing of it, so I got a big one of the tuna. This was only $1.25, and this one was only like $6.74. So now I have treats again for the Earl in my life. Which one do you want? I'm gonna hide the eject button. Hey, Earl. Shane, I really wish I knew. I wish I knew how to disable it. Hi, my baby boy. My sweet grandbaby. I love you. Not yet. I've willed it to her. When I pass on, it goes to Ava. She's signed all of the documents already. She's the power of attorney. You had a whole handful. I know it wasn't a very big handful. Okay, it was a palmful. But you had them. I know you did. See, you can't use that threat with me anymore, Salty, because now I have you on Facebook. You unsub, I unfriend. Okay, guys. Last night I was going to open this. I had it where Earl is, where my foot goes. Hey, Earl, come on, baby. Come on, ferret. He's such a slinky. Okay, so I had it up here to open it, and then Earl jumped up on it and knocked it off. But I got presents, and then a little birdie told me that Earl and Billy will both be very upset that I didn't open it yesterday. So I'm going to open it tonight. So here we go. Let's see what the spoiled fat butts get. Oh my gosh. Health bars? You trying to say something? Oh my gosh, that's so sweet. Baked with pumpkin and cinnamon. Oh my gosh, and they're blue buffalo. Okay, I can't wait. I can't wait. She can't wait either. Come on. Come on. Over this side. Nope. Turn around. Here we go. Pumpkin and cinnamon. Tell me what you think. I know, right? They're not for us, Emily. They say for dogs of all sizes. And I've been called a bitch before, so does that count? And then, oh my, how do I even get that out of there? No wonder it was so dang heavy. Oh my goodness. And I wish I opened this yesterday because that Walmart order that didn't come, one of the main reasons I needed it was because they were out of cat food. They were out of it. And now look at this. A whole box of Sheba. Of spoiled rotten cat food. In their own little dishes. Oh my gosh. This is what I do with the Friskies. I dump the can onto the plate and then I take the lid to cut it in half and then scoop half onto the other plate. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Oh my gosh. There is seafood medley, creamy dairy flavor, frickin' chicken, and tempting tuna. Oh my gosh. That is so cool. Oh, I wanted these so bad for them. They're toys, but they're the silver vine balls. So they're little kicker balls. I must have put it back in my purse. But that's okay. I still have ways. This is the best tool ever. Ever. I love this. It can be used for 5 million billion things. But pretty much the only thing I don't use it for is as a cuticle pusher. I do use it as a cuticle cutter sometimes. But it's absolutely one of the most amazing tools for, like, if you get milia, those white pimples that are like deep under the skin that you can't pop. Yeah, that in a heartbeat takes care of them. Calluses, it takes off just a tiny little layer at a time so that you don't go too deep. It's got a really small blade inside where you see this V. Very, very, very tiny little blade. And the V makes it, the scoop of it makes it so you can't go deep at all. And it's just perfect for so many things. And it cuts plastic to get into stuff. I know, this is, if you can't tell, this is like my favorite thing, is gifts for the fur babies. I'm so happy. Like, I have, Earl wanted that box. I have a dream, like, if I ever am able to build my own, like, my own dream home, my dream home would be completely furnished around making the pets happy. I would have climbing steps going up the wall, and I would have like a carpeted half circle on the wall for the cats to climb. There would be, little boxes for them to play in, and a ledge all around the ceiling, all over the house, for them to run around and zoomy all over the house, up the walls. There would be like baskets in the windows for them to just relax in the windows and watch the world go by. There would be from a window to a tree in the yard, there would be like a little bridge, a netted bridge that they could go out through the window and go out to the tree and have their own little, cat condo in the tree. And it would be enclosed so they wouldn't be able to escape or anything. But, it would be entirely furnished around my pets. There would be vents in like the closeted little rooms, where their litter boxes would be, and like exhaust vents, so there would never be cat smell. And then as far as like Ava goes, she would have a raised bed that that was like super, super soft, and and it would be made out of like this canvas it's like it's like a cot, but it would be, it would be just like this giant bed for her to lounge on. And she would have like a fenced in yard that she could just run with no leash. And who is eating what? Oh, you're playing with that box? Okay. Okay. I haven't even opened these yet. I love my animals. I love my animals. Okay, so this is a silver vine ball. There's a pouch inside of it. I wonder if that is actual catnip. It looks like a silica pouch, but I can't imagine that they would put a silica pouch inside of there. So that's gotta be the catnip inside of there. And then this one, oh, this just has a giant chunk of the silver vine fruit. And then, of course, okay. Hey, Earl. I'm going to put the paper bag down there. And I'm going to put these up here. And let's see which one he goes for. we're gonna let that kick in. And then there's a couple more boxes in here. My gosh, I can't believe this. This is just insane. I can't tell you how grateful I am. It just blows my mind. You have no idea how absolutely happy you make me by loving my babies. What is this? Thank you. It's a restaurant style coffee carafe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my God, I love it. Oh, I love it so much. And then this is wet food for dogs. She's never had this. I mean, she gets the cats. When the cats don't eat their wet food and it sits out for most of the day, I don't want to throw it away. So I give what's left to Ava and she cleans the plate. So that's the only experience of wet food she's ever had. She has never had doggy wet food. Oh my gosh. I don't know if y'all can see that. It's Rachel Ray's Peak Nutrition Adventure Packs. And they've got, so there's a chicken and duck in gravy, chicken and lamb, and then chicken and beef in gravy. So there's 18 cups. I'm gonna put this. Yay, Earl, would you like another box? Would you like another box? Okay. Hold up. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this, because the only way I want her to be able to try one, but I want you guys to be able to see her reaction. Don't mind the sudden mess that's come over my... Look at this. They're having so much fun playing in the boxes. All right, give me a second here. Let me get one of these bad boys open. Those are not for you. This is for you. She's over there sniffing the silver vine balls. Like, are these mine? Okay, we're going to go with chicken and duck. Hold on, I can do this. It's just the lid. It's not going to TKO me. All right. Ava. Ava. What is that? What is that? Is that pure joy? Is that what that is? You're not going to share with Earl? Oh, hi, Billy. Hi, baby. Do you like that? Well, I think she's quite well chuffed. Is that good stuff, baby girl? You get every little morsel. Oh my gosh. I think she's happy with it. Anybody time that? She cleared it in like 30 seconds flat. I swear. You like that, Tonka girl? Oh, you gotta get it. Any that spilled out on my fingers, huh? You happy now? Oh my goodness. I can't thank you enough. I really can't thank you enough. Now I gotta put my my laptop back up. Hi, Billy. Hi. Hi, buddy. How's it going, buds? I know who it was. I know exactly who it was. But they had said before that they didn't really want recognition for doing stuff. But I definitely know who it was, and I love them. And I'm super grateful for them. Wow. I have got the best fam. Hey, Billy, did you see this? Did you see this? He's like, I saw treats. That's what I saw. I saw treats. Let's see. His favorite. He is going to be either seafood or tuna. But you know what? I'm kind of curious about this dairy one. I'm really curious about it because here's the thing. Cats are naturally lactose intolerant. So I don't know what it's going to have in it because it can't have milk. Hey, don't you swat Ava's nose. You stop that. That is not nice. Ava has every right to put her head on my knee. Without your opinion. Thank you. Why is every package against me? That's what I want to know. Hey, guys. Billy put that up there. Billy is now controlling the keyboard. I swear I thought, did that just pop up or did I leave that up? Maybe I left it up. Maybe I just noticed it because his butt hit the thing just at the same time. Where do I cut this in order to make it openable? I know. Your nose is working overtime too. Well, that was not the place to cut it. God. Hey, don't you swat my dog again. We will have a talk about this later, mister. This is not just your spot. I am working on it, though. I need a scissors. Oh, there we go. Just as I say that, I get it. All right. Here. I got to give Earl a few of these. Do you like them? Oh, Earl's going to eat them one at a time. So distinguished. Okay. One more package. This one opened really well. And then I need to actually get, doing what I do. I need to put a docket on so that I can go wash my hands and pee. This one, this time, this is the seafood. No. The blue one is tuna. Here you go, Earl. These are the last of yours. There. Are you going to be less grouchy now? It's probably the only way I'll get a kiss from him. Look. Billy. Billy. I love you, you goofy fool. Oh my gosh. Now I'm going to have to clean all of this up and put everything away. Not right now. Probably not tonight. That'll probably be tomorrow. That's tomorrow's problem. Oh, there's one more. Oh my gosh. Oh. There's a gift card to Joanne Fabrics. And then 2 to Olive Garden. Thank you so much. I am so grateful. I love you so much. Hi, Missy B. Yeah. Wow. For sure. I had mine pierced. But my body rejects any foreign material. Yeah. So far, it's been 58 minutes of paw firm. That's it. We've done nothing but play with the pets and open gifts for the pets and for me. Oh, I know, it's the best. It's the best. Okay, guys. I'm going to put on. Oh, I'm so happy. I am actually really glad that you guys don't mind stuff like that. What did I miss? I missed something. What did I say that prompted that? What did I say? Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Hi, welcome back. So good to see you, see Jenny. Billy is playing. Billy's playing with the boxes and the packaging, and Earl's trying to go in the white box. Now the kitties are going to play with the real present, the boxes. It didn't hurt. It was like 3 days of just, the biggest thing was you can't baby it. You can't. If you baby it, then for the rest of their life, we'll talk like this. Yeah, no. You just have to suck it up and talk normal. It literally is like the equivalent of eating your pizza when it's too hot, or the Totino's pizza rolls when you bite into them and they're still like lava. Yeah, it's that equivalency. But mine, anytime I put a barbell in, it doesn't matter what material it is, my body almost instantly reacts to it. Oh, thank you. I have got the best friends in the whole world. I doubt it's that bad. Hot Pockets. There was that one comedian who said that the only way to eat a Hot Pocket is open wrapper, insert directly into toilet. I actually like Hot Pockets, sort of, some of them. Like the ones that you can get at Family Dollar for $1.25 that are like individually wrapped, they are different than when you get the bulk pack at the store and you get like 10 in a box. I like the individually wrapped ones better. I don't know, they've got a better crust, a better flavor. I don't like the ham and cheese Hot Pockets though, because the outside dough, even if you use the crisper sleeve, the outside dough is still soggy. It's just not right. I've even baked them in the oven and they still weren't right. Is that who did it? You don't have Hot Pockets? What do you have there? No, I'm just kidding. What is Pizza Pop? I've never had that. Yeah. The lava. It's not cheese, it's lava. Well, we have air fryers too. I don't have one. And I'm not really a big fan of them personally for myself. I prefer just oven baking things. I've got a pizza oven, or like it's like a toaster oven, but it's a pizza oven. There we go. Salty Buddha, the American to Dutch translator. No. Can you translate it back? Because I don't know what Bao Pao is. My mom has a very, very severe nickel allergy, but I don't. I can wear nickel jewelry just fine. It's, for some reason, it's only when it's actually inserted into my tongue. Like, and it doesn't matter. Even if I use the plastic ones, it's almost like thrush almost instantly. And it's horrible. But my mom had the same thing where like any foreign material in our body will reject. So my mom had gotten a titanium rod put in her leg because of the degenerative bone disease that we have. Hers resulted in a fusion, and she had to have a titanium rod put in her leg. Her body was rejecting the titanium rod to where if you looked at the x-ray, the screws were bent. And if you looked at her shoes, in the heel of her shoe, there was like a 1/2-inch divot in the bottom of her shoe because the rod was literally trying to push out of her body. Yeah. When they took the x-ray and they saw that the screws were bent, the x-ray tech actually started crying. It was that bad. Yes. Post it in the food Discord as well as sending me a pic. Yeah. The only time that I use a sheet for the pizza is when it's from Papa Murphy's. That's the only time. Other than that, it's right on the rack. I almost bought one of the houses that my ex-husband and I were looking at. It had a brick wall, and built into the brick wall was obviously a brick oven. And it was so neat. And they're like, yeah, that thing's for more than just pizza. And I'm like, obviously, I'm cooking everything in that. Oh, you do that with Tammy and Salty's combos. They are so cute. No, I don't know why it is. It's just, but it's not a bad thing that your body rejects foreign things. You know, I happen to think that's probably a positive. The thing I had my tongue ring for several years. I had it for a lot of years until my body rejected it. So, but now it's instantaneous. I don't know if it developed. I don't know if it developed some kind of aversion to it because maybe I had gotten thrush or something from it, and then my body was just like, okay, obviously anytime anything's put there, we have to react. I don't know. I've got autoimmune diseases, so I don't know if it's part of that. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Nope, not at all. And I used to like play with it in my mouth, flip it back and forth and run it back and forth, but on my lips, not on my teeth. But every once in a while, you'd hit your tooth when you do that. But they're surprisingly really user friendly. Is the only way that I can explain them. I have a whole jar full of barbells, lots of them very naughty ones. I guess it's Hot Pockets are they're like a tomato sauce, meatballs or pepperoni, and mozzarella cheese, all baked inside a dough. And then like they've got the ham and cheese one. I think they have like a chicken bacon ranch one, but it's always just sauce, meat, cheese baked in dough. And then it's got this like crisper sleeve is what they call it. That somehow, you know, when it's in that and you put it in the microwave, it turns it into like a little oven inside your microwave that crisps the outside of the dough. Well, here's part of an answer to that. I don't know why so many of us have autoimmune diseases or immune disease problems, but with autoimmune diseases, if you have one, then you are automatically have the potential to have up to like 30 more. However many there are. It's for some reason, just the existence of one. So all of us that have fibromyalgia, it's an autoimmune disease. For those of us, you know, like hidradenitis suppurativa. There's a lot of them that certain arthritises, inflammatory diseases, some of them, some of the gastric disorders. I don't know why. I'm sure it was in the article, but the part of the article I remember is that if you have one, you're subject to having multiple others automatically. I think that might be one too. Thank you, Foxtrot. That is a very good example. Other than calzones don't have sauce inside of them, which always sucked to me. It just seems lacking without sauce. And yeah, I know you can dip it. No. I want my sauce baked in with the cheese and stuff. I second that motion. Yep, celiac's one. That's what I was trying to think of with when I said gastric. I'm like, can't think of the name of it. We do that on this channel. That's another thing we do here. Can you all hear Billy? That's his thing lately. I don't know why. He's doing that lately. I think it's his ears. I think he's got another ear infection. Oh, I don't want to take him to the vet. He's just, yeah, he gets ear waxy buildup, and then it causes him to have these like fits where he like swings his head. Yeah. The last time I ended up taking him to the vet ER for it, and they did a thorough cleaning out of his ears, and then he was fine. But yeah, he takes like 3 people to hold him, to clean him out. So yeah, usually. I believe that. I believe that. I know. I feel really bad for him. Because it's obviously not pleasant. And I know, like, humans, when we get ear infections, it's one of the most painful things we go through. No lie. Okay, guys. I'm gonna put tonight's video on. I know. Like, what? We do what here? Is that a thing? Let's see. It is not that one. And put this on, and then I'll be back.
Put your hands down and we can deal with the Spanish speakers first.
Vamos a, por favor, bajen sus manos. Vamos a lidiar con las personas que hablan español primero.
And Jill, you have two gentlemen up here, but I only see one. I only have one that I know of for certain. Can you take the volume off so I can ask him his name?
Okay. So it's
just him.
So no, bring him. He's the one that don't speak. He speaks.
You can go back to the cell. We'll call you back.
I'm gonna go back.
Yeah, go to the cell. I'll call you up when we right here.
Yes.
What is your name, sir?
¿Cuál es su nombre, señor?
Mi nombre es Antonio Gómez.
My name is Antonio Gomez.
All right, Mr. Antonio Gomez, you've been charged with violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act.
Señor Antonio Gómez, a usted se le imputa el cargo de infringir las leyes antidrogas del estado de Georgia.
Your bond for this charge is $5,000.
Su fianza por este cargo es de $5,000.
You've also been charged with driving with no license. That bond is $1,000.
También se le imputa el cargo de manejar sin licencia de conducir y esa fianza es de $1,000.
You've been charged with having an expired car tag. That bond is $500.
A usted se le imputa el cargo de tener la placa vencida y esa fianza es de $500.
And you've also been charged with trafficking methamphetamine. That bond is $25,000.
También se le imputa el cargo de narcotráfico de metanfetaminas y esa fianza es de $25,000.
Your total bond amount is $31,500.
La cantidad total de su fianza es de $31,500.
Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 24th at 8:30 a.m.
Su audiencia preliminar está programada para el día 24 de abril a las 8:30 de la mañana.
And I have appointed an attorney to represent you, sir.
Y yo le he asignado un abogado para que los represente, señor.
Do you have any questions?
¿Tienes alguna pregunta? No.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Puede retirarse. Gracias.
All right, Deputy Pierce, are you sure Luciano Rodriguez is a Spanish speaker? Because he filled out his form in Spanish.
Let me get him.
He did say he understands English quite well.
He just can't read.
Yeah, I'll still have him come up here, Honor.
Okay, thank you. I would prefer this to make sure we have him.
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
Yeah, what's up? Gracias.
Luciano.
Where you going? How's the unit? Siente. Luciano Rodriguez.
All right, Mr. Luciano Rodriguez.
Señor Luciano Rodríguez.
So you've been charged with violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond for this charge is $4,500.
A usted se le imputa el cargo de infringir las leyes antidrogas del estado de Georgia. Su fianza por ese cargo es de $4,500.
Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 24th at 8:30 a.m.
Su audiencia preliminar está programada para el día 24 de abril a las 8:30 de la mañana.
And I did appoint counsel to represent you, sir. Do you have any questions?
Y yo le nombré un abogado para que lo represente, señor. ¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
I didn't hear his response.
No escuché su respuesta.
I ain't got no questions.
Okay, then you're free to go. Thank you.
Ok, puede retirarse. Gracias.
I thank you, Ms. Bermudez. I think that's it. I just was a little confused. His responses to the English form were all in Spanish, so I just wanted to make sure.
Yes, ma'am.
All
Thank
right,
you.
all right, have a good day.
You too.
His name is Ronald Lawrence.
Okay, hold on one second.
It's Barbara. Barbara, come on, this way.
Come over here, sir. You come over here. Yeah.
How you doing?
Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Mr. Lawrence?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Lawrence, you've been charged with one count of criminal trespass. Your bond for this charge is $1,500. You have a stay away condition to still stay away from the quick trip on 8805 Terrell Boulevard in Jonesboro. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Lawrence. Unless you have any questions, you're free to go.
I do have some questions. Yeah,
What is one of your questions, sir?
yeah, I want to go to the military.
Okay,
I want you to take me to the military.
you can talk to your attorney about that. They'll be able to help you confirm how and if you can get to the military, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. What's your name, ma'am?
Samila Clopton.
All right, Ms. Clopton,
Yes, ma'am.
you've been charged with one count of disorderly conduct. Your bond for this charge is $1,500. You also have a charge of disruption of operation of a public school. That bond is $2,000 for a total bond of $3,500. You also have a stay away condition to stay away from Kendrick Middle School at 7971 Kendrick Road in Jonesboro. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you wish to waive it. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Ms. Closton. Do you have any questions?
Yes, ma'am. Is there any kind of way I can come to y'all and get something saying that I gotta stay away from Kendrick because my son goes to school there?
Okay, well, and this is temporary. Your attorney can change the condition, but based off the warrant and the charges, there's going to be a stay away where we'll have to figure out how to deal with your son getting dropped off. Your bond order will say you have a stay away condition, but I guess my question is, does your son ride the bus? Do you drop him off? How do you typically deal?
He gets up there by both because it was a case of bullying.
Okay, well, at this time, Ms. Closton, I'm sorry to hear about your son being bullied, but based off of the warrant, it's going to be a stay away temporarily. It can be changed later, but it's just going to be from you going inside of the school, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, any other questions?
So I can't go inside of the school.
No.
Okay.
All right, any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're free to go. Good afternoon, ma'am. What's your name?
Davina Luisius.
All right, Ms. Luisius, you've been charged with one count of battery. Your bond for this charge is $2,500. You've also been charged with theft by taking. That bond is $2,000 for a total bond of $4,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you want to waive it. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Ms. Luisia. As to the stay away conditions, you have a stay away you have a condition to stay away from the alleged victim, Lakeisha Lowe. You're not to return to. Do you have any questions, Ms. Luisia?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're free to go. Good afternoon, ma'am. What's your name?
Good afternoon, it's Chandler Sledge.
All right, Ms. Sledge, you've been charged with one count of driver's suspended license. Your bond for this charge is $1,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd unless you wish to waive it. And I did, you say you get paid twice a week. How much do you get paid twice a week?
It depends, no less than 2,000 twice a week.
So it's 4,000 a week?
No, 4,000 every month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, like every 2 weeks. That's
Oh,
what,
so you make like 8,000 a month?
no, like I get paid every 2 weeks type. Like, I
So
get paid bi-weekly.
Okay, so typically when you get your check every 2 weeks is about $4,000.
That's about 2,000.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
2,000 bi-weekly, yeah.
All right, I will appoint counsel to represent you, Ms. Sledge. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am, I already paid my bond and everything like that.
All right, well then you should be getting out soon then.
Amen, hopefully.
All right, have a good day, Ms. Sledge.
Thank you, you so.
Good afternoon, ma'am. What's your name?
Yes, Cersei.
Okay, hold one second.
She got assigned.
You said Cersei.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Cersei, you've been charged with one count of terroristic threats. Your bond for this charge is going to be $2,500. You have a stay away condition to stay away from FTO Kanisha Thorpe, who's who you threatened. Allegedly, sorry. The stay away from the alleged victim, field training officer Kanisha Thorpe. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Ms. Cersei. Do you have any questions?
Not really.
If you have no questions, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm. Good afternoon, sir. What is your name?
Blanco.
All right, Mr. Devon Blanco, I have one question. In regards to Mr. Michael Johnson, do you live together?
No, that's my little sister, baby father.
Okay, all right. All right, so in regards to the aggravated assault charge, your bond is $25,000. In regards to the battery family violence charge, your bond is $2,500 for a total bond of $27,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 24th at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you in this matter, Mr. Blanco. Any questions?
No.
All right, thank you. You're free to go.
Where you at?
Here you go.
What's up? What's your house need? Step up, bro. What's your house?
Oh, bring Mr. Blanco back. I think I forgot to say something. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, Mr. Blanco. I'm not sure if I've said it. I'm going to say it again just in case. You have a stay away condition to stay away from Mr. Michael Johnson.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, thank you.
You go back to the house.
Good afternoon, sir. What is your name?
Anthony Brooks.
All right, Mr. Brooks, you've been charged with one count of disruption to a operation of a public school. Your bond is $2,000. Disorderly conduct, your bond is $1,500 for a total bond amount of $3,500. You have a stay away condition to stay away from CCPS public school buses, particularly bus number 917. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Brooks. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You're free to go.
I'm running over.
All these people with the school stuff. Yeah, that yeah, that mama. I don't know if you heard it. I tried to enhance it, but when the mom went away from the judge, she said she didn't say nothing about the sidewalk though, or something like that. It's like the sidewalk, being on the sidewalk's still okay though. You know that mama's going back there. You know she's gonna go back there. She won't go inside, but she will be on that sidewalk. Yeah. And then that guy with the bus. Now this next guy, you're gonna know exactly where it is when you hear it. But okay, when I was a kid, I had 3 older brothers. And they treated me how brothers treat, you know. And one of them, he used to always do this thing. He'd be like, "Hey, April, fat." I say, "What?" And then when I'd say what, he would laugh hysterically because he just called me a fat ass, you know. So this guy, I'm 99% sure that he does this with this judge. And I don't like it. Not one bit. Because he uses a different term. Tell me what you hear. I mean, tell me if you hear what I hear. Let's say it that way.
Stop it.
Good afternoon, sir. What is your name?
Let her say what, Your Honor?
What's your name, sir?
Glenn.
Piece of paper.
Aaron Glenn?
Yeah.
You have 2 charges of unlawful removal of cargo from the Atlanta, removal or cargo or baggage. Your bond for each charge is $5,000. You have a condition to stay away from the Atlanta airport at 6000 South Terminal Parkway in Atlanta. You're only allowed at this location with a valid ticket for airline ticket airline travel on the same day. And your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 24th at 8:30 a.m. And I'll appoint counsel to represent you. Do you have any questions, Mr. Green?
I can't plead guilty right now and get sentenced.
No, sir.
All right.
This is not a trial. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. What is your name? What was your name again, sir?
Ma'am,
What's your name?
hey,
All right, Mr. Harry Head, you've been charged one count of criminal trespass. Your bond is $1,500. You've also been charged with improper solicitation of money. That bond is $1,000. So $1,500 and $1,000 for a total bond of $2,500. You have a stay away condition to stay away from St. Jonesboro. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Head. If you have no questions, sir, you're free to go. Thank you.
yeah, wait,
Hold on. Over there.
You met on there?
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Michael Hill.
All right, Mr. Hill, you've been charged with fleeing from police officers. That bond is $3,500. Reckless driving, $2,000. Failure to stop, $500. Tinted window violation, $500. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, $500. Speeding through a highway work zone, $1,500. Impeding traffic, $500. Obstructing an officer, $2,000. And 3 counts of improper signal or lane change. That bond is $500. Your total bond is $12,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. And I have appointed counsel to represent you, Mr. Hill. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. You're free to go. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
I'm Lamine Samara.
I'm sorry. Hold on a second. All right, Mr. Kamara, you've been charged with one count of obstructing officers. That bond is $2,000. One count of loitering, $1,000, and one count of simple assault, $2,000. Your total bond is $5,000. Your preliminary hearing will be April 23rd at 8:30 a.m.
I have a
Unless you wish to waive it. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Kamara. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yes.
What's your question?
I never loitered. I got caught on sidewalk.
Okay, well, when you talk to your attorney, they can discuss that with you, sir.
I know. I'm just saying because I don't know nothing. So that's what I'm telling you. What's the problem?
All right, well, I'll look at the warrant. The warrant states that around on March 20th in College Park that you were walking around with a backpack on Highway 34 near Southampton Road. The sheriff's office drove to the intersection. Defendant saw them and suddenly stopped in his tracks. He began walking slowly backwards before freezing. This is a high crime area known for stolen vehicles, drugs, and vehicle break-ins. And it was about 11 o'clock at night. Once the marked vehicles left, the defendant began to walk forward. I decided to conduct an investigation stop based on my suspicions.
Yeah, that's not suspicious at all.
And I had the behavior upon the sight of his behavior upon sight of law enforcement. While speaking with the defendant, he said he did not have ID on him and denied consent to search his person. I told him to come over by my vehicle so he could identify himself, and he refused, began walking away. I commanded him to stop and he reached for his arm. He began to pull away and run down the street. I pulled out my taser, told him to stop, and he did. I holstered my taser. I told him, this is what the warrant says, sir. When you get a chance,
because I'm homeless. He's lying.
Okay, well, when you get to your officer, they can discuss this with you, sir, but I can only go off what the warrant says, and you want to know what the warrant says about it, and I was reading the warrant to you. So if you don't believe this is true, you can talk to your attorney about it, but at this point, this is what the warrant says, and it was done under oath, sir.
I know, but he's lying, though, because I'm homeless.
Okay, all right, well, Mr. Kamara, if you have no further questions, not about this, but you're free to go.
How much my bond is?
$5,000.
How much that is in life?
I don't know, sir. Yeah, depending on what bonding company you use.
Come around this way.
Damn, what was he like 3?
You going back to the next one.
What does him being homeless have to do with the officer stopping him? He's lying because I'm homeless. That makes no sense at all.
Good afternoon, sir. What is your name?
Kevin Parham, good afternoon.
All right, Mr. Parham, you've been charged with one count of driving suspended license. Your bond is $1,500 and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. That bond is $500 for a total bond of $2,000. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you want to waive that hearing. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Parham. Do you have any questions, sir?
Is there a way I can get a college excuse for missing class?
I'm gonna take it back to.
Where are you in school at, sir?
I go to school at Clayton State and I missed class today and yesterday because of this situation. I like your smile, by the way.
Mr. Parham, you'll be able to get a copy of the information to show that you were in custody. That should be sufficient for your classes, but if not, I'm sure we can get something else for you if you contact our offices, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
He was hitting on the judge. I like your smile, by the way, he said. I mean, yeah, she's beautiful, but not the time. Not the time, my friend. What are you doing? And then he's asking for a note for school. Can I get a note for school? At least it's for college. That was cute. Yeah. He was adorable. He was an adorable defendant. Yeah. Yeah. I know. He had a big old mark on his cheek. Like I think he might have gotten a little scuffle. And I'm betting it was probably over a girl.
You good.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Poor Underwood.
All right, Mr. Underwood, you've been charged with one count of battery, family violence. Unfortunately, I cannot approve bond for this charge under OCGA 1710-1. As your criminal history shows that you are currently on active probation out of Fulton County for aggravated assault. And because you're already on probation and you're charged with a new physical violence charge, I cannot give you bond at this time. Your attorney should be able to work on getting you bond prior to your next hearing date, sir. That is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you want to waive that hearing. And I have appointed counsel to represent you, Mr. Underwood. Do you have any questions, sir?
April 23rd next month.
I'm sorry, Mr. Underwood. It froze for a minute. Could you repeat your question?
I say April 23rd, that's next month or this
Yes,
weekend?
sir.
Stay right here. This is count.
Next month?
Yes, sir. April 23rd.
April 23rd.
Well, I talked to my probation officer. They said they weren't putting no hold on me or anything.
I don't have that information in front of me, sir, so I can only go off what's on your criminal history when I reviewed it this morning and it showed that it was still active. If they decide they don't want to go forward with any new charges, then that's fine, but unfortunately, that's not been communicated to the court. So if and when that's communicated to court, we can change your bond conditions. But whenever you get bond, you'll have to stay away from Khadidra Reed, sir.
Yeah, I was never even there. We pointed that out.
Okay.
She didn't.
Okay, Mr. Underwood, this is not your trial. This is just a hearing about first appearance and telling what you're charged with. So if you want to keep talking, please feel free to do so. We're now Zoom, we are on our Zoom, and we are all can't talk, we're live on YouTube. So if you want to keep talking, please feel free to, but I would advise you to remain silent so nothing can be used against you at a later date.
Okay, so, you appointed me a
Attorney, yes, sir.
One second.
Okay, it froze again, so I'm not sure if Mr. Underwood had another question or another comment.
Yes, Your Honor, he was asking if you appointed him an attorney.
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay. So how do I get in touch? They will make
with
contact with you, but step down.
Yeah, they'll contact you, sir, based off the information you put on your court appointed application.
Okay.
All right, thank you, sir. I can't see him. Can you put the camera a little lower?
He's a little short.
Are you Mr. Timothy Sullivan?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Sullivan, you've been charged as a fugitive from justice. Bond is denied for this charge. The warrant states that you're currently wanted out of Hampton Police Department in Virginia for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, and they will extradite. The date of the warrant is March 24th, February 3rd, 2024. Based off this, sir, you have two options. You can have an extradition hearing, which does not prove your guilt or innocence. It just proves that you are the person that is wanted for this charge. That can happen within the next 10 to 30 days. Or you can decide to waive the extradition hearing and you can have Virginia come and get you. And that can happen within the next 10 to 30 days. If they don't come and get you to 30 days, you should be released at that time. So the question is, do you want to have an extradition hearing, and we can appoint counsel to represent you if you qualify, or you can waive the hearing and have Virginia come and get you.
So my thing, I'm trying to see when I had these warrants, like I just got bonded out of here and I ain't have them, and I know I was supposed to leave yesterday.
Okay, from my review of the arrest warrant, it says that you are accused on or about February 3rd, 2024 of the charge of firearm possession by a convicted felon. And is the warrant says it has more information about your date of birth, your height, and so forth, your social security number. But that's what I can't say for certain when this happened in Virginia. I could just tell you what the warrant from Virginia states, sir. So if it sounds familiar, you can go to have them come and get you, or you can have an extradition hearing. But those are our two options, sir, is have the hearing here, or you can waive it. And I'm not telling you what to do. These are all your decisions. Have them come and get you. According to the warrant, sir, also that the sheriff's staff here did contact Virginia and they verified the warrant. So that from what we found, it appears to be valid. Again, I can't tell you any more than what's on the face of the warrant. I can't tell you exactly the specifics of it, except for that there was sworn out on or around February 3rd, 2024. So do you have any other questions, Mr. Sullivan?
Yeah, I kind of wanted to talk to my lawyer first about this.
Okay, so do you want to reset this for tomorrow and talk to them, or do you think you can talk to the lawyer, your lawyer in Virginia? Is it the lawyer in Virginia?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to talk to the one here and there and see how I can get this together.
Okay, so are you waiving it, or do you want to have, because I can set this down for the hearing, and in that time you can waive it.
That's what I'm trying to see if like they if I should just fight the extradition.
Just stay in that window. She's gonna open the
Okay.
door.
So I'm sorry. So you want to talk to your lawyer? I'm also on tomorrow, so I can come back, but I don't know if you don't talk to your lawyer by tomorrow, we're going to have to make a decision on if you want to waive it, or do you want to have the hearing, and then in that time, if your attorney in Virginia talks to you, you can also waive it later. So it just kind of depends on what you want to do.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll try to go get on the phone and talk to him now. And then you said you're coming tomorrow, right?
I'm on tomorrow. Yes.
Can I be here before all of y'all? I'm gonna be here waiting. I got you. I just got.
What we'll do tomorrow, sir. Hopefully you can talk to if you talk to your attorney, hopefully by tomorrow. If not, you can tell me what you want to do tomorrow. We'll continue this till tomorrow, at least one day, sir.
Okay, you'll be coming back to freshman.
All right, thank you, sir.
Give me 1 second.
Jason.
He still didn't understand. Because he said, I want to talk to my lawyer to find out if I want to fight extradition. The extradition hearing is nothing about fighting extradition. It's literally them proving that you are or are not the person they're wanting to extradite. If you're not that person, you're released. If you are that person, you're still held and they'll still come get you 10 to 30 days. There is no fighting the extradition. You don't get to claim asylum in Clayton County. It's not how that works.
Seville.
Yes,
First-
Your Honor, Jaden Seville.
Jaden Seville, thank you.
Jaden Seville is on counts 2024-09061 through 65.
Okay, hold on a second. I have it. I just need to pull the paperwork out. All right. Good morning, sir. You're Mr. Jaden Seville. Okay. And Jill, can you take him off of mute just so we can hear his response if he has any? You've been charged with criminal trespass, violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, theft by receiving stolen property, use and possession of drug-related objects, and possession of marijuana over an ounce. For the felony charges of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of firearm during the commission of a crime, theft by receiving stolen property, and possession of marijuana over the ounce, bond is denied. And actually, I'm sorry, Ms. Ahmed-Ra, I wanted to hear your response, but I just realized he's on probation, so I can't give him a bond for that. So my apologies.
Your Honor, it indicated there were some holds. What is the holds for? What are the holds for?
I don't have that information.
You don't have that? Okay.
Yeah, I do show that he's on probation for out of Cobb as of January. So my apologies. I was going to let you speak and I just start going. So did you have anything you want to say before I go any further?
I just wanted to confirm, try to see if you saw where the holds were so that I could try to address those.
Let me see, can I pull it up quickly while we're on? But I will state that for the felonies, because he just got on probation in January, I cannot give bond for the felony charges. For the criminal trespass and for the drug-related objects, the bond is going to be $2,000 for the misdemeanors.
Okay, for the misdemeanors, okay.
Yes, ma'am. And let me see, I'm trying to pull up the criminal history for to see if it will tell me readily by looking at it what the bond, what the hold is on.
Your Honor, I'm pretty sure, I think I know where the hold is from. The arresting officer said I had a hold from Cherokee, Cobb County, and Jefferson County.
It doesn't state, yep, it doesn't state it on your warrant, Mr. Seville, but you might be correct because I don't readily see it. So I do, hold up. It says Jefferson County, Marietta, Sheriff's Office of Cobb. And those are the only two I see currently on the criminal history, Miss Ahmed-Ra.
Okay. So is he going to be placed on a no bond calendar? And we'll get notice of that?
Well, the way it works is we'll have a preliminary hearing. The preliminary hearing is currently scheduled for April 22nd, unless you want to waive it, or of course you can do so at a later time. The ADA typically in the bond hearing calendar is on April 26th. Of course, you can contact the ADA. Her name is Michelle Freeman, and try to discuss any type of negotiations after his probation has been involved, and see if they're going to be, if you can get the bond prior to that date. I know Miss Freeman is willing to discuss those type of things once, I guess, the the probation has been clarified. So, so yes, if the current preliminary hearing is April 22nd, and his bond hearing will be on April 26th. And if it's not rectified by then, do you have any questions, Ms. Ahmed-Ra?
I do not at this time, Your Honor.
All right.
Jaden, you had a question?
Yes, since my bond's denied, does that mean I'm not allowed to get a bond until I'm out of this jail, or how does it work? I'm not understanding.
I'm sure Mr. Seville, your attorney can explain to you, but typically once your probation officer is advised of this, I think they can clarify how they're going to handle it. But according to the statute 1710-1, if you're on active probation in charge of a new felony, I can't give you a bond. So
Yes, ma'am.
I would just let your attorney explain all that to you more thoroughly. And I just will tell you that typically when I do first appearance and I come back, the people who were on probation or had probation holds or possible probation issues, they were able to work out that prior to the next hearing date. So it's not indefinite, it's just temporary for now.
Yes, ma'am. That's all I was asking. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you.
All
May I
right,
be excused, Your Honor?
yes, Ms. Amon-Ra, you're free to go.
Thank you.
And you can let Mr. Seville go back as well.
Psych, God.
Good afternoon, ma'am. What is your name?
Tamaya McPherson.
McPherson, hold on. All right, Ms. Tamaya McPherson, you've been charged with 1 count of battery. Bond for this charge is $2,500. You have a stay away condition to stay away from the alleged victim, Tamia Kane. You're not to return to drive in Jonesboro. Your preliminary will be April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Ms. McPherson. What's your question?
That's my home address. That's where I've been living for the last 8 years with my dad. He owns that house.
Okay, well, based off of this charge, Ms. McPherson, if you have any physical violence charges, which is a battery, we have this court does temporary conditions of staying away from the property. You can go back to that location with the sheriff's deputy to get your belongings, but this is only temporary. Your attorney can negotiate to get this changed, but based off of the charges, this will be a stay away. So do you have any other questions?
No.
All right, thank you. Free to go. Good afternoon, ma'am. What's your name?
Melanie Knight.
Okay, Melanie Knight. You've been charged with 1 count of simple battery. Your bond is $2,000. You have a stay away condition to stay away from Maxima Coulter. You're not to return to drive A3421 in Jonesboro. If and when you're able to make bond, you can go back to this location while accompanied by a sheriff's deputy to retrieve your undisputed personal belongings. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you wish to wait at this time. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Miss Knight. Do you have any questions?
Miss Culture does not live there anymore.
According to the warrant that was sworn out on March 15th, it said that y'all live together. So unless the officer,
She doesn't live there anymore.
okay, well, this is not going to be changed at this time. If the officer comes back and amends it, then we can change it. But the officer put on there that y'all were roommates, ma'am. So that is, okay.
Right, we were roommates, but she moved out.
Okay. All right, so do you have any other questions?
I don't have anywhere else to live. I'm not from here.
This is, Miss Knight, this is a temporary condition, but until I have any information to confirm that Ms. Coulter no longer lives there, I cannot change or will not change this term of the bond. So do you have any other questions?
Could I get a police officer to come there to prove that you Okay.
All right, thank you, ma'am. You're free to go. Good afternoon, ma'am. What's your name?
Miss Tarpley, Charnel Tarpley.
Okay, Tarpley.
Yes.
All right, Miss Charnel Tarpley, you've been charged with 6 misdemeanor counts of cruelty to animals. Bond is $1,000 for each misdemeanor count. For the felony count of cruelty to animals, that bond is $4,000, and your total bond is going to be $10,000. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Tarpley. Do you have any questions, ma'am?
No.
All right, thank you, Ms. Tarpley. You're free to go.
Go back in 5. Excuse me,
Yes, sir.
you want the Spanish speaking?
We don't have the interpreter yet. Do we have any more females?
No, ma'am. The other female bonded out.
Okay, I have 2 more here. What happened to Michelle McLeod? Did she bond out?
McLeod,
She was an add-on by the staff this morning, the sheriff's staff, the intake staff.
I didn't get her. I never received that information, but I can try to go get her.
Okay, if you can, because she was added on this morning by Mr. Nagel. Do you need her LE number?
Yes.
Okay, it's 04-80-609. I don't know where cell or area she's in though.
Go to internet and see what she's at.
Okay, and then the other person, I'm not sure is Daquan. I think that might be I can't tell if it's it says female, so I'm not sure if they just have the sex wrong. It's Daquan Miller, do you still have them?
Yes, I have Daquan. That's a male.
Okay, all right, that's fine. And then Abston is gone.
Abson's gone. She bonded out.
All right, thank you.
All right, you want to start with the males so we get.
Yes, and then we'll just have to confirm where what the interpreter is, and Miss Baskin, if you can just follow up and see. If she'll log on when she's available. You said she's doing what?
She'll log on in a minute when she's available.
All right, we can get started with the males. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Haji Ba.
Okay. All right, Mr. Alaji Ba, you've been charged with 1 count of battery. Your bond is denied for this charge as it appears you're on active probation out of Henry County. And so if you're on probation and you're charged with a battery or physical violence charge or a felony, I can't give you bond under 1710-1. In regards to the criminal trespass, your bond is $1,500. You have a stay away condition to stay away from the Clayton State Boulevard location, and I did appoint counsel to represent you, sir. Do you have, and your preliminary hearing again is April 23rd, unless you want to waive it. Do you have any questions, sir?
I live on Clayton State campus, so
what is the location that what was the specific building that is alleged that the walls there's holes in the walls? Is that where you live at?
Yes, ma'am. I didn't put the holes in the wall. I just didn't give a statement.
I'm sorry, sir.
I said I didn't put the holes in the wall. I just didn't give a statement when they asked me for the statement because I was out of breath.
Okay, so you're saying that those holes in the wall during the fight was not something that you did? Okay. All right, I'll take it off for now, but and I'll make it no violent actions or contact at the location of Clayton State Boulevard. That's going to be the new condition. Do you understand?
That's my bond for that. It's still $1,500.
Yeah, 1,500. Yes. You have another? Go ahead, sir.
The first charge you said, how do I get on a bond for that?
Sir, your attorney will have to help you with that because I don't know how that typically works in regards to the fact that you're on probation. Your probation officer will be notified that you have a new charge, and then it'll move on from that way. But again, your attorney who I've appointed should be able to help you with that.
And when will I be able to talk to my attorney?
Soon. I don't know the exact date, sir. But for your next hearing, if not prior to then. Any other questions, sir? All right. You're free to go. Thank you.
You bought. We have Miss McLeod now. If you want to go ahead and do her.
Oh yeah, we could do her real quick. All right. Are you Miss Michelle McLeod?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Miss McLeod, you've been charged with 1 count of battery. Your bond for this charge is $2,000. You have a stay away condition to stay away from the alleged victim, Selena Woody. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd, unless you want to waive it. And in regards to an attorney, or court-appointed attorney, which is free, are you working, ma'am?
Yes.
How much do you make per month?
I'm going to get an attorney, and I've already paid a $3,000 bond.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Coleman.
You said Coleman? You're Tyrese Coleman? Okay. All right, Mr. Tyrese Coleman, you've been charged with 1 count of forgery, 2 felony counts of obstructing an officer, For these felonies, bond is denied under OCGA 1710-1 as it appears you are on active probation out of Fayette County. For the charge of battery simple on a police officer, the bond is $3,000. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Coleman. Do you have any questions?
Oh, yes, ma'am. It's a traffic ticket, I believe. It's just a traffic ticket from 2020.
Okay,
And it's already done. And
okay. Do you have any other questions?
yes, but while my bond is denied and I'm not on probation.
It appears that you're on probation for forgery out of Fayette County, from my review of your criminal history, Mr. Coleman.
I don't have probation in Fayette County.
All right, well, Mr. Coleman, once your attorney gets involved, they can confirm if the criminal history is incorrect. Do you have any other questions? Thank you, you're free to go.
Tell your name.
Good morning, my name is Deontay Culpepper.
All right, Mr. Dante Culpepper, you've been charged with the felony count of fleeing from police officers. For this felony count, bond is denied as it appears you're on active probation currently out of Clayton County for driving without a license.
By the use of the walker, I am assuming that his resisting officers thing didn't go so well for him. Cops 1, Culpepper 0.
And that started in June of 2023. For the misdemeanors of reckless driving, your bond is $2,000. Improper lane change, the bond is $500. Operating a vehicle without insurance appears to be $1,000. Obstructing an officer, $2,000. Off-road vehicle without proper equipment, $1,000. And the last one appears to be failure to maintain lane, $500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint an attorney to represent you, Mr. Culpepper. Do you have any questions, sir?
Yes, ma'am. How do I'm on probation when I already did my community service and paid my dues for that?
Well, when I guess the judge gave you their sentence, it said that you're currently still on 12 months probation for the driving without a license. So once your attorney gets involved, they can figure out going on with that, but it's still in your criminal history and it's still showing as active probation in June of 2024. Any other questions?
So I denied, but
For the felony, yes, sir, because if you're on for any felony, or if you're currently charged with a felony and you're on probation, I cannot give you a bond.
said my next court date is April
22nd at 8:30 a.m.
I'm gonna lose my job.
All right, thank you, Mr. Culpepper. If you have no further questions, you're free to go.
Come right. Next person.
You know how you don't lose your job? Quit criming.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Cortez?
I'm sorry, what was it again?
Cortez?
Cortez. Okay. Mr. Felipe Cortez? All right, sir, you've been charged with one count of use or possession of a drug-related object. That bond is going to be $1,000. You have one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, which is a felony. For that felony charge, bond is denied under OCGA 1710-1 as it appears you are currently on active probation out of Fayette County for possession of meth charge from June of 2022. So because you're on active probation and you're charged with a new felony, bond is denied for that, sir.
You said I was on active probation from what?
It appears to be as of June of 22, possession of methamphetamine for 2 years and 3 months out of Fayette County.
I've never been on probation anywhere. I've never been to Fayette.
Okay, well, again, sir, this is showing on your criminal history, and I don't want to keep you in without a bond, but the statute says that if you're currently on active probation from the criminal history, I cannot give you a bond for any felony charges, and that is where we are, sir. I am going to look over this one more time to make sure that, if you're saying you don't remember being out of Fayette County,
Well,
but
ma'am, I just moved to Georgia. Like, there's no way I've ever been to probation in Fayetteville because I just went to Georgia in November, like of 2023. Like, I've never been to Fayetteville. There's no way I could have probation out of there.
hold on one second.
I was just wondering if you have the right information for the right person, because
Okay, I'm pulling your criminal history one more time, Mr. Cortez, just to make sure that I looked over this morning, but due to your adamant that you never lived here before and that you don't have it, I'll see, because I'm pretty sure Felipe Cortez is pretty common, unfortunately. What's your date of birth?
9/09/2000.
Okay. And not to go into detail, but are the last four of your social?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, it appears that they gave me a criminal history for someone else named Felipe Cortez. Have you ever been in North Carolina?
No.
Okay. All right. So let me look at this real quickly. I'll give you a bond then for that charge, sir. And I'll make a note that the criminal history appears to be for the wrong person.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
For that charge of possession of marijuana, the bond will be $3,000. So 3,000 plus 2,000 plus 500 is going to be $5,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd, again at 8:30 a.m. And in regards to court-appointed counsel, are you going to hire your own attorney, sir, or did you wish to be considered for court-appointed counsel?
I would like to be appointed counsel.
Are you working, sir?
Not right now, no, but.
Okay, that's fine. I'll appoint counsel to represent you. Do you have any other questions, Mr. Cortez?
I just want to know, so you gave me a bond on all my charges?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, ma'am. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're free to go.
Thank you.
Yeah. So they gave her someone else's criminal history record. Now, I just find it funny. The first guy, she just completely dismissed. And he said the same thing. I'm not on probation. I've never been on probation. And she just completely dismissed him. But he wasn't continuously adamant about it. The second guy, there's a chance, maybe his probation got extended or something. Like he's iffy on whether or not I'd put him under the same umbrella. But guy number 1 and guy number 3, yeah, almost the same circumstances. But she didn't take the first one seriously. I have a feeling that it was the same thing. I have a feeling that that first guy, that wasn't entirely his record. And what is going on in Fayette County or Fayetteville? He called it Fayetteville. She, I think, said Fayette County. But what's going on there? Why are you mixing up people's records?
Good morning, afternoon, sir. What is your name?
Samuel Egudeo.
All right, Mr. Egudeo, you've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. That bond is $2,000. 1 count of driving with suspended license, $1,500. And driving with a suspended or canceled registration, That bond is going to be $1,000 for a total bond of $4,500. In regards to the criminal trespass charge that was from March of last year, do you still stay with Miss Kenya Isaac?
Yes, her and her kids still live with me at my house, at the same address. That was a big misunderstanding that day. She came on her lunch break and I guess someone locked the bottom lock and she couldn't get inside the house. I'm sorry.
All right,
Yeah.
Mr. Akondayo, considering the age of the warrant and the fact that it's been, I guess, almost over a year now that y'all still been living together, I'm just gonna make the special condition of your bond is to have no violent contact or actions toward Kenya Isaac. Do you understand?
Yeah, we never fight. Yeah.
That is fine, but I'm just making sure I'm letting you know.
That's fine.
Your preliminary hearing is currently set for April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. And in regards to court-appointed counsel, are you going to hire your own attorney or did you wish to be considered for a court-appointed attorney?
Own attorney.
You said you're going to hire your own attorney? Okay. Do you have any other questions?
No.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you. What's your name, sir?
Claudarius Finney.
Okay, Mr. Finney, you've been charged with one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond is $4,500, and improper lane change, your bond is $500. I noticed on your warrant, you said you were on probation, but the criminal history doesn't show it, so you get a bond today. So your bond is going to be $5,000, sir. Hold up, Mr. Finney. I'm not done with you.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And you say you're going to hire your own attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Are
Well,
you-
I'll be appointed.
Are you working?
No, ma'am, not the.
All right, I'll appoint counsel to represent you. You have any questions, Mr. Finney?
How much is my bond?
5,000.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. You're free to go.
Hey, how you doing, Your Honor?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Nigel Graham.
All right, Mr. Nigel Graham, you've been charged with one count of possession of a weapon during commission of a crime. Your bond is $4,500 for that. Violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act Schedule 1, that bond is $4,000. And a tag light violation, that bond is $500. Your total bond is $9,000. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And according to the court appointed application, you're going to hire your own attorney or did you?
Yes, ma'am. I already have my own attorney.
Okay. Do you have any questions, Mr. Graham?
No, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're free to go.
That guy is super chipper for someone who just got told they got a $9,000 bond. Wow.
Yeah, I'm Graham.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
John Johnson.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that, sir?
John Johnson.
You said Johnson?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Mr. Johnson, you've been charged with one count of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Your bond for this charge is $5,000. Use or possession of drug-related objects, $1,000, and possession of marijuana that is less than an ounce, $500. So your total bond is $6,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Johnson. Do you have any questions, sir? All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Yes,
You may have to angle the camera. I can't see. Okay. Good afternoon, sir. What is your name?
Marius.
All right, Mr. Huff, you've been charged with one count of improper turning or lane change. That bond is $500. It's violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Bond is denied for that charge as it appears you're on active probation out of Cobb County and driver suspended license. That bond is $1,500. Your hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, sir. Do you have any questions, Mr. Huff? No. All right, thank you. You're free to go. Good after, oh, can I angle the camera back up? I can't see this gentleman. Thank you. What's your name, sir?
Mackenzie Roy.
What was your last name? You said Roy?
Roy Mackenzie, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right, Mr. Roy McKenzie, you've been charged with 1 count of improper lane change. That bond is $500. You've also been charged with 1 count of driving with no license. That bond is $1,000 for a total bond of $1,500. Your total bond amount is again $1,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you wish to waive it. In regards to court-appointed counsel, are you going to hire your own attorney, or did you want to be considered for a free court-appointed attorney?
Does I pay 1,500 last night, so I don't know. $1,605.
All right, Mr. McKenzie, I'll appoint counsel to represent you. Do you have any questions, sir? All right, you're free to go, Mr. McKenzie. Thank you.
Thanks.
Good afternoon, sir. What is your name?
Norris.
You said Norris?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hold 1 second. All right, Mr. Norris Lowe, you've been charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. That bond is $1,500. Use or possession of a drug-related object, $1,000. In violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, $4,500 for a total bond amount of $7,000. You have a stay away condition to stay away from this gas station, the Jones Petroleum. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd, and I did appoint counsel to represent you, sir. Do you have any questions? All right, you're free to go, Mr. Lowe.
Next person. 1 second, Your Honor.
Okay.
Next person. Go ahead. Yeah.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
My name is Omar Rios now.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, Mr. Rios, you've been charged with 1 count of reckless conduct. Your bond is $2,000. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you want to waive that hearing. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Rios. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you. Free to go. What's your name, sir?
Manuel Resto.
Okay, hold on a second. All right, Mr. Resto, you've been charged with 1 count of failure to be a police officer. That bond is $500. Possession of marijuana less than an ounce, $500. Driving with suspended license, $1,500. Knowingly driving a vehicle with a council registration, $1,000. Concealing the ID of a vehicle, which I guess affixing the plate is $500. Prohibited parking, $500. Fleeing from police officers, $2,000, and obstruction, $2,000. Your total bond amount is $8,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd for this charge or these charges. And I did appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Resto. Do you have any questions?
Oh, ma'am, thank you.
Thank you. You're free to go. Good afternoon, sir. What's your name?
Cody Wallace.
All right, Mr. Cody Wallace, you've been charged with violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. That bond is $3,000. About possession of marijuana less than an ounce, $500. Possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, $4,000. Use or possession of a drug-related object, $1,000. Window violation, $500. Knowingly drive with a suspended registration, $1,000. Knowingly driving without insurance, $1,000. And failure to change your address information on your license, $500. Your total bond is $11,500. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And I did appoint counsel to no. On yours, you said that on counts for appointed counsel, You said you make $7,500 a month?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's a little, huh?
Almost 10K, yes, ma'am.
All right, well, unfortunately, that's a little too much money. I can't appoint counsel for that amount, sir. So you'll have to hire your own attorney. Do you have any questions?
Nah.
All right, thank you.
Hold on, so you taking away my public defender?
Yes, because you make you said on here you make $7,500 a month. That's more than the amount to qualify for a public defender.
That's straight bills though. That's straight house, car, insurance, all that.
Just so you know that the amount, depending on circumstances, to qualify for a public defender is a little less than $2,500 a month.
Oh, okay.
All right, so good luck, Mr. Wallace.
Next person.
He said that's straight bills though. He makes $7,500 a month. And he's maxed out on bills. Well, that means you're living far above the means that you should. You don't get a public defender just because you have a really expensive house payment and vehicle payments and stuff because you are living a glamorous lifestyle. You get a public defender when you can't afford that lifestyle. And if you take it down a notch, it wouldn't be straight bills. Making that kind of money, that's good money. You can do a heck of a lot with that kind of money. But you're doing too much.
Good afternoon, sir. What's your name? All right, Mr. Watson, you've been charged with 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Bond is denied for both of these charges as it appears you're on active probation out of Clayton County as of May of 2021. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And in your case, you say you make $5,000 a month?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, what you make per month, sir?
It's about 25. It's that $1,000.
About 1,000?
Yes, ma'am.
Why'd you put 5,000 then?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, sir?
That was a mistake, man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was a mistake because he heard, the last guy's deal.
All right, I'll appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Watson. Do you have any questions?
You said when I go back, I will.
The next hearing date's on April 22nd, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Hey, come here, sir. Mr. Watson. Oh, right here on the screen, sir.
You're Mr. DeMarcus Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Mr. Williams. You've been charged with 1 count of public indecency. Your bond is $1,000. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you want to waive that hearing. And I am appointing counsel to represent you, Mr. Williams. Do you have any questions, sir? All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
What choice did she have, really?
Come here, son. I think that's it, Your Honor.
We don't have the fugitive?
Oh, yes, go, Mr. Frank, Mr. Franklin.
Johnny Franklin, yes.
Sign, you never sign this.
Good afternoon, sir. You're Mr. Johnny Franklin?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, again, I'm Judge Bridgewater, and you've been charged as a fugitive from justice. It is stated that you have knowingly entered the state of Georgia being wanted out of the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office in Arkansas for possession with purpose of delivering meth, cocaine, or heroin, and they will extradite. This warrant appears to be active as of February of 2024. So, Mr. Franklin, the question is, you have two options at this time. We don't do bond for fugitives from justice in Clayton County, so you can either have a extradition hearing, which will happen in the next 30 days. The extradition hearing doesn't prove your guilt or innocence with this charge. It just proves that you are the person that is wanted by Arkansas. If you are, if you decide to have an extradition hearing, we will appoint counsel if you qualify. If you do not want to have an extradition hearing and want to waive it and let Arkansas come and get you, they will come and get you within the next 10 to 30 days. And then you will deal with that process up there. So the two options before you at this time is waiving the hearing or having a hearing.
I want to waive
All right.
it.
All right, did you, well, do you have any questions before you sign the waivers?
Yeah, I didn't have, that was cracking, cracking pound, there was no, ice, she asked me, did I have any questions? I mean,
All right. All right, thank you, Mr. Franklin, you're free to go.
Hey. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, court is adjourned.
Did I hear that right? Was his argument I didn't have, what she said, but I had crack? Was that his argument? Because that's a terrible argument. My a family member of mine had a real winner of an ex-wife that used almost an identical argument in front of a judge. I kid you not. She robbed a gas station, went and hid out in some apartments like a few blocks from the gas station. Mind you, the gas station was next to a casino. And so it wasn't hard for them to find her. And when she went in front of the judge, her argument was, Your Honor, I can't be held accountable. I bought some stuff from a guy and I thought that I had bought crack, or it was either crack or meth, one of the two. And but he really sold me bath salts. So because he sold me the wrong drug, I can't be held accountable for what I did on it. I didn't know how I would act on that. Needless to say, that argument did not go over well with the judge. It went over about as well as, we just saw there with that guy. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You want to see that last spot? Let's see if I can. Hold on. Let's see if I can get it.
With 2 counts of violation of the Georgia Controlled Substance Act, bond is denied for both of these charges, as it appears you're on active probation out of Clayton County as of May of 2021. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 22nd at 8:30 a.m. And in your case, you say you make $5,000 a month?
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, what you make per month, sir?
It's about $1,000.
About 1,000? Why'd you put 5,000 then?
Sorry,
Sorry, sir?
that was a mistake, man. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, I'll appoint counsel to represent you, Mr. Watson. Do you have any questions?
You said when I go back, when I will.
The next hearing date's on April 22nd, sir.
Okay, all right, thank you.
All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
I miss Knox County so much.
Mr. Watson. Oh, right here in the screen, sir.
You're Mr. DeMarcus Williams?
Uh-huh.
Hi, Mr. Williams. You've been charged with 1 count of public indecency. Your bond is $1,000. Your preliminary hearing is going to be on April 23rd at 8:30 a.m. unless you want to waive that hearing. And I am appointing counsel to represent you, Mr. Williams. Do you have any questions, sir? All right, you're free to go. Thank you.
Sorry, I couldn't get exactly on
I
mark.
think that's it, Your Honor.
We don't have the fugitive,
Yes, go, Mr. Frank, Mr. Franklin,
Johnny Franklin. Yes.
sign, you need to sign this.
Good afternoon, sir. You're Mr. Johnny Franklin.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, again, I'm Judge Bridgewater, and you've been charged as a fugitive from justice. It is stated that you have knowingly entered the state of Georgia being wanted out of Pulaski County Sheriff's Office in Arkansas for possession with purpose of delivering meth, cocaine, or heroin, and they will extradite. This warrant appears to be active as of February of 2024. So, Mr. Franklin, the question is, you have two options at this time. We don't do bond for fugitives from justice in Clayton County, so you can either have a extradition hearing, which will happen in the next 30 days. The extradition hearing doesn't prove your guilt or innocence with this charge. It just proves that you are the person that is wanted by Arkansas. If you decide to have an extradition hearing, we will appoint counsel if you qualify. If you do not want to have an extradition hearing and want to waive it and let Arkansas come and get you, they will come and get you within the next 10 to 30 days. And then you will deal with that process up there. So the two options before you at this time is waiving the hearing or having a hearing.
I want to waive
All right.
it.
All right, do you have any questions before you sign the waivers?
Yeah, I didn't have, that was cracking, cracking pound. There was no, ice, she asked me, did I have any questions? I mean,
All right. All right, thank you, Mr. Franklin, you're free to go.
Hey. All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, court is adjourned.
I don't know, maybe that wasn't what he was saying. But still, yeah, I couldn't exactly make out what he was saying. The first time that I heard it, I thought he said, I didn't have what you're saying I had this. But now that time when I listened, I think he was just straight out denying. I didn't have none of that stuff. I don't know. I don't know what it is. You guys, well, I heard that. I heard she asked me if I had any questions. I heard that part. That was after the part that I couldn't understand from him. But that was a lot of fun. I like doing those. Oh, thank you, Foxtrot. Thank you. Yeah, some of them get hard for me to understand entirely, but the smoking glue defense. There were drugs involved. All right, guys. It's 1:48 a.m. I've been on 2 hours and 33 minutes. And I know if I start another one, I'm going to fall asleep. I just know it. I know it. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm going to end this before Tammy has to call me. You guys are the best. Absolutely the best. And one more time to my sweet, sweet angel. I love you. Thank you for all of the gifts for me, for my daughter, and for the Paw Firm. We all love you. And we are so grateful to have you in our lives. And to everybody else, I can't thank you enough either for being here, for liking, subscribing, for those of you who are a member, for those of you who have made other people members. All of you, I love every one of you, and I'm so grateful to have you in my life. You make it exponentially better every day. So thank you all for being here. I'm so sorry, Philip. Hi, sweetie. You're here now, and I'm going to bed. But I bet you anything. I bet you Sir Philip is going to go over to the Discord. And I'm sure he would not mind company. I have lots of them downloaded. She's one that I get her court every time I see it. Hi, Una 707. Good to see you. Yes, you still get to order me to bed. Okay, good night. Everybody, be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.